Okay, this is a topic that everyone is asking me, whether it's in our Facebook group or in our Discord group, or just literally through Instagram DMs. Everyone is saying, what do I do about TikTok? I have been paying a ton of attention the past few weeks, trying to figure out what really is going on and how do we go forward. So for all of you content creators who are a little bit worried about the impending TikTok ban, we need to talk about what to do going forward and all the different scenarios and what could happen, because this is really important. You'll find tons of videos about TikTok on this channel. And I love TikTok and I hate TikTok. There are so many pros and cons with TikTok. It is so different than what it was literally when I started TikTok like 5 years ago. It is a different place. And with that, again, comes a lot of pros and cons. I have other videos talking all about that. But let's talk about this ban. So here in literally a month, at the end of January, the US essentially has said that TikTok needs to be acquired by a United States-based company for them to continue to have TikTok. Now, so many creators that I literally, like other pet creators that I one-on-one and talk to and am friends with and network with, they're freaking out. And others are on the complete opposite spectrum where they're like, don't worry about it. Where am I at? I'm a little bit in the middle. As someone whose literal like social media career started on TikTok, it's a bit of a scary situation because TikTok does offer the opportunity for me to monetize. And it offers a lot of my clients the opportunity to grow a quick following. So let's go through 3 specific tips about what to do going forward if the ban is to happen and if the ban's not to happen, because these 3 tips are applicable no matter what, even if Instagram were to go down, for example. Tip number 1, literally just this morning, I had a conversation with someone about this. And this is so important. You guys, if you've been sticking around for a while, you know that I have been telling y'all to diversify your following. I advocate over and over, don't just have one social platform. Don't just be on Instagram. Don't just be on TikTok or whatever, because of the potential that monetization changes, that the social media platform all of a sudden dies, or that people just eventually over a few years switch to another platform. Like there's so many reasons why you should potentially be on multiple platforms. Now, as a pet content creator coach, I always advocate that you're at least on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. It's not that hard to cross-post your content, right? But with this tip of diversifying your following, you're like, well, bro, I have 1 month. How on earth do I get my TikTok followers over onto my other social platforms? Now, here are a few quick tips to do that. Number 1, if you're really heavy on TikTok, as in most of your following and engagement is on TikTok, quickly start posting some TikTok stories. TikTok stories won't interfere with your normal content because the nature of TikTok is that when you post a TikTok, it usually gets pushed out to people who are not your followers, right? So TikTok's always trying to get your content to new people. And what you can do is post your TikTok stories, because that typically is seen more by your current following. What you can also do is post a photo post, and that allows you to be able to maybe make a post saying something simple like, hey, with the impending TikTok situation, please go follow me on my Instagram or on my YouTube or my Threads or wherever else you are. This is really hard though. Unfortunately, TikTok is truly like the hardest platform to get your followers to get onto your other social platforms. Now, unfortunately, again, this requires you to put in extra effort the next few weeks to try to get some of your followers over on your other social platforms. But this goes into the tip number 2, which a lot of you are on TikTok because of the unique and diversified options for monetization, right? We have the creator marketplace for brand collabs. We have the opportunity for you to literally make money off of your 1 minute plus long content. And you have the opportunity to be on the TikTok Shop affiliate program, which all of those have huge potential for you to make a lot of money if you really invest your time strategically to do that. However, unfortunately, Instagram really doesn't have passive income opportunities like TikTok. They don't have the shop affiliate type of deal. They do not have really good passive income opportunities either. So for people who are really used to that over there, I need you to spend the next few weeks brainstorming different ways that you can monetize on other platforms. So that would be on YouTube. You could be a shop affiliate. It's not the same. It's a shopping affiliate. where you have your video and you tag products on the videos. That's an option. It's kind of similar. They have the YouTube Partner Program for passive income, which I'm a huge fan of. Instagram does have opportunities for you to make UGC content. You have the opportunity and do brand collabs, but diversifying your income is so important, because if all of your monetization was stuck in the egg basket of TikTok, then if that does go away, unfortunately, that's going to be a huge hit to your income. There are so many ways as creators, like Amazon influencing, or you see content creating. There are so many opportunities for you to utilize the skills that you had acquired over on TikTok and to be able to use that. But by just relying on TikTok, that's not the right strategy. To number 3, something I want you really to consider is, as you are trying to move your following, as you're trying to brainstorm other ways to monetize, something that you really need to consider as well is figure out how you're going to replicate the features and effects that you've been utilizing over on TikTok over on Instagram or YouTube or Threads or X. There are things on TikTok that I really like their voiceover effects, where you can literally like change your voice. They have good captions, they have good filters and effects, and they have the TikTok commercial use library, which is so helpful for me. And if all that's gone, what are we gonna do? And in fact, something that I have seen really discussed throughout Threads and X right now is everyone saying, what about CapCut? CapCut is owned by ByteDance, which ByteDance owns TikTok. So everyone's saying, my gosh, all of a sudden I'm not going to have CapCut, which has all those filters and voiceover options and effects options. And they're like, so what am I going to do? There are other options, not a whole bunch of really good options. I personally use InShot and I really like that option. But what you need to consider, like I said, is to figure out what are you specifically utilizing the TikTok app for that you can find elsewhere, maybe within another editing app or within another social media platform. So overall, all of us creators are confused, are not sure about what to do, what is going to happen. Like I said, a huge bunch of people are on both sides of the aisle where they're saying, don't worry, it's fine. Or they're saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose hundreds of thousands of followers, or I'm going to lose like my entire monthly income. You may be anywhere on that spectrum. And honestly, there's no way for me to know either, because I have been listening to everyone and it is a very uncertain space right now. At least take these 3 tips and really start focusing on that if TikTok is a heavy space for your following. But if you're new to my channel, real quick, make sure if you're interested in pet influencing or really just becoming any sort of content creator, go down in the description and get your free ebook and your 2-day course so you can get started on the right foot as a content creator. I'll see you all in the next video.